Okay, so I've created this test WordPress website for just testing the purchases, and I have a Google Tag Manager here as well. So the first step we need to do is set up the tag manager. For that, click here and you'll get a code that you need to set up in your WordPress website. So go to the backend of the WordPress. Here, click on plugins and add new plugin. In the search bar, just type GTM and you'll get GTM for WordPress. Install it and click on activate. So you'll find it here in the installed plugins. Click on settings, and in this Google Tag Manager ID, you need to paste this ID. Your container code needs to be on, and this you can keep on off and save changes. When you save, this container code automatically goes on off. You need to select on again and then save changes again. Cool, now this is set up. Now you need to go in integration, WooCommerce, track e-commerce, exclude tags from revenue. I also want to exclude shipping from revenue. Now let's test if the GTM is installed on the website. So I'm going to refresh and check this Google Tag Assistant, and we have the tag manager. Now what we need to do is we need to do a test on this page so that we can get the data layer and then create variables using that. So click on preview, enter the website, connect. Cool. And now we will do a test order. And here you can see that the purchase was triggered. Now click on purchase and go to data layer. And in data layer, you can see that the quantity was 2. The value I've put it as 0 here for the products. But whatever the value will show up here. The currency is here, and the transaction ID is here. The item ID is here. Now let's go to your ads account and create a new conversion action website. Here enter the domain. So add a conversion action manually. We are going to select purchase, make it primary, website purchase, GTM. The value will be used different values, and you can enter default value in case your conversion value is not counted. So I'm going to enter the average order value, which can be like 800. Then you need to select every to count all the purchases. The click-through window you can keep as 90 days. Engaged view will be 30 days. View through will also be 30 days. Enhanced conversions you can tick it on later. So this is done. Turn on enhanced conversions, agree and continue. So this is the code. Now go to use Google Tag Manager, and we're going to create this in the Tag Manager. So in Tag Manager, click on new. Google Ads purchase tracking is the tag name. Click on tag configuration and type Google Ads conversion tracking. In conversion ID, you need to copy this conversion ID and paste it here. Same thing for conversion label. So this is the conversion label that you copy and paste here. Saving it for now. We also need to add a conversion linker. So search for conversion linker. Trigger needs to be all pages and click on save. Now go back to the purchase tracking that you were setting up. So we've entered the conversion ID, the conversion label. The next we need to track is conversion value. Click on this variable, click on plus, name it Google Ads purchase value. Now the most interesting part comes in. You need to set up a data layer variable name. For this, you're going to go to your tag assistant. You've selected purchase data layer. Now what you need is this value, right? So the first thing is e-commerce. This is your parent. So you put in e-commerce dot, and then you put the next thing that you want, which is value, and click on save. So this is your value. Next thing you need to have is your transaction ID. So follow the same steps. Create a new variable for Google Ads transaction ID. Select data layer variable, and here what you need to have is this transaction ID. So again, e-commerce is your parent dot, and then the next thing is transaction ID. Click on save. Currency code will be the same thing. You can either enter the currency code directly, like if the website is in INR, you can simply type INR, or if you want to do it dynamically, then follow the same steps. Google Ads, currency, data layer. Here currency is here, so e-commerce dot currency. So this is your dynamic currency. So this is how you do it. You can do the same thing if you have like a couple more things, and suppose something is at this stage on the 22nd line. So you need to follow the step, like e-commerce would be your parent, then whatever will be here, right? Like for example, you want to check quantity. So e-commerce dot items is the next parent, dot quantity would be your variable. Cool. So you have set up the conversion value, the transaction ID, currency code, and then you need to set up a trigger. So for trigger, click on new, Google Ads purchase trigger, and here select custom event. And the event will be whatever event you see here, which is purchase. Click on save and submit your changes. Now let's do another purchase test. Cool. So the purchase is done. Let's go here and see if it was triggered. So as you can see, the tag was fired. Click on this and see it was fired on purchase. Click on this and then see the value. The transaction ID was tracked, the conversion value was tracked, and the currency code was tracked as well, which means it's